All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Appreciate you jumping on. Lots of news here today. Jumping on for a second video. The first one we talked about a little bit, but we're going to revisit it because it just doesn't make sense. Ashley Proper here comes in and says, we can't talk about XRP, but we can talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. Things that make you go, R3, BlackRock, Elon Musk. Let's take a listen to this again in the question about XRP with Elon Musk.
As a company? I know that there was, some extracurricular, activity that was working its way through the courts, but and it's since been resolved. But I'm curious if there's ongoing discussions, since one of their primary focus is on the interbank settlement component that you're also touching.
So, frankly, Ripple is probably the only topic I can't talk about. I just don't talk about it. I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it.
And the genesis for this call, really, you're at least.
Is this? Will you do another ETF? How about an XRP ETF? I know you got Ether out there. How about XRP? Can you answer that?
I can't. And you don't want me to.
I do.
Well, I can't.
All right, they're giving me the rap. Thank you.
Given how punitive the SEC has been towards crypto under this administration, do you envision the XRP ledger being incorporated into the financial institutions in the future?
Well, I certainly cannot speak to any specific crypto, but I do think that the sort of cryptocurrency is an interesting and probably valuable bulwark against a centralized control. This is definitely not an endorsement or lack of endorsement for XRP. But I do think crypto, by its very nature, it helps with individual freedom.
So numerous examples there of folks not wanting to talk about Ripple and XRP for some reason, but yet they openly talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. Makes you wonder why. Why can't they talk about it, or why don't they openly talk about it? You follow this channel, we're going to talk about it, no doubt, as much as we can find out about it. Moving on, Brad Garlinghouse tweets here, I respect Chris's and everyone's right to support whomever they think is best to lead the U.S. We need to immediately change course from this administration's misguided war on crypto. Ripple will continue to engage with both Democrats
As a company?
And Republicans in the final days of the campaigns and after the election to promote pro-crypto policies. It's not about party lines. It's about championing policies that drive blockchain and crypto innovation. So Brad there, referring to Chris Larson's donation to the PAC that supports the Democratic nominee Kamala Harris. He has now donated $10 million. But I think it's interesting here that he does say we need to immediately change course from this administration's misguided war on crypto. So far, Kamala seems to be following that course. So hopefully she changes. We'll see what happens. Coming in from Black Swan Capitalist, I was right 5 years ago and I'm right today. Black Swan says, get ready for some groundbreaking research that's about to shake things up once again. The new financial system is a dual currency payment network, with XRP and XLM at the core. I'll be releasing an article soon with the details. And he posted this from a number of years ago, central banks and IMF setting XRP price like an IPO. Al-Jarrah's perspective stemmed from the speculative view that central banks and major financial institutions like the IMF would be the ones to set the price of XRP. He likened it to the scenario that plays out when the companies attempt to go public, wherein they set higher initial prices for their stock. Essentially, he asserted that these prominent institutions will set a high initial price for XRP, similar to setting an IPO price. According to the community pundit, this is to ensure its functionality as a settlement mechanism for large transactions. Many people would agree with Al Jarrah here about the price being set high. Again, it's nothing has happened yet. Of course, we're kind of waiting for legal clarity yet in the U.S. and for the institutions to dive in, and waiting for the stablecoin, the RLUSD, to pop here. So it would seem like we're on the verge of something happening. XRP here sets a reminder for us that there's plenty going on in the world of finance these days and cryptocurrency, with a number of summits and events going on in October. BRICS Summit set to start October 22nd through the 24th in Kazan, Russia. SWIFT event taking place in Sibos October 21st through the 24th in Beijing, China. And finally, the Federal Reserve Bank of Philadelphia FinTech Conference featuring Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson also starts tomorrow, the 22nd, and runs until Wednesday, the 23rd. So plenty going on. I'm sure there'll be a ton of news coming out of these events. So stay tuned, as I will be sure to cover it as much as I can. Colin Brown here, I think the first time me covering him here, he says, wow, Michael Arrington, CEO of Arrington Capital, highlights the power of XRP. We transfer 50 million in XRP to our company in just 2 seconds for only 30 cents, Michael Arrington said. XRP is set to be a game changer for everyone. This is from a number of years ago, but I'm going to have you take a listen because it's a good reminder of what XRP can do.
Like, yeah, the tribalism in this industry is insane. So there's Bitcoin maximalists, but everybody agrees, like, XRP sucks, and I don't really get it, right? I mean, they're a legitimate company. They don't pretend to be something they're not, and they're really good at one thing: moving money fast and cheap. And it's fantastic. It fills a big need. And for a hedge fund like us to be able to denominate in Ripple and XRP, I just did the same thing, is really, really, really good. We did our first close. We moved north of $50 million into the company in Ripple and XRP in like 2 seconds, and it cost 30 cents. Now, that is amazing. There's no way to do that with fiat or Bitcoin. There's just no way to do it that fast and that cheaply. And so it serves a really useful need for us. And then also when our LPs eventually redeem, hopefully never, but when they want some of the money back, we just send it in XRP again, and there's no 3-day wait for international wires or 1-day wait for US wires. We're not paying wire fees and all that. It's just, I don't understand why that's hard to understand. And so the religious wars aside, the tribalism aside, it does some things really well, and we love it for that. That being said, just because we're denominated in XRP, I'm not a special pleader for XRP. I don't work for them. The company itself is not our LP. Other people who had XRP are. I like them. I think they're great, but they're like less than 5% of our asset base at this point. Like, we do invest in XRP, but most of our investments are in other things.
So Michael Arrington there of Arrington Capital, showing the power of XRP and being very neutral about it. I mean, why wouldn't he use it if it's only going to cost 30 cents to transfer $50 million in just seconds? Makes total sense to me. So stay tuned here for more news on cryptocurrency and the new financial system. Appreciate you jumping on. Sounds like there's going to be a lot of news forthcoming in the next week or so, and I will keep you posted on as much of it as I can. Thank you for jumping on. We'll see you on the flip side.